my mom's birthday. It is Wednesday, June 12th, and it is my mom's birthday. And what I'm gonna do today, she got off early from work today. So she's staying at my house um, for the afternoons because I am taking care of my grandmother for during the week because like she cannot do that. So that's why I'm using the microphone because my grandmother can't hear really well. So she is blasting the TV sound. And she said she wanted pastel de papa, which is a Peruvian casserole, potato casserole. So I'm gonna try to do my best to show you all how to do pastel de papa. I want to do ocopa, which is a Peruvian yellow sauce as well, and for the first time, I'm gonna try to do a milanesa de pollo, which I have not done before, but I got the fresh chicken today, and we're gonna attempt it. So I think I have all the ingredients, but for now, I'm gonna start with peeling the potatoes because that is the thing that's gonna take the longest because I have to fill this little cap. So I wanted to take a moment to just kind of show you all the ingredients together just in case you want to try at home because it's a fun dish to make. It's very Peruvian, very from my hometown, Arequipa. What you were gonna need is potatoes. I've already peeled them. I used like of a 10-pound bag. I used approximately like 3/4 of it. I may need to add more. I'm trying to fill this entire casserole up. I might have leftovers, so I may have to do a little extra, but you can never have enough pastel de papa. You can have it like, it's great for leftovers too. So, potatoes peeled. You're gonna need like a potato slicer because you're gonna slice these things a little bit. That's what's gonna go into the casserole. You're gonna need butter because you're gonna have to butter this up. And then we're gonna also need evaporated milk of your choice. I don't have a really attachment to any specific brand. This is the one that I always get from Walmart. So you can use evaporated milk that we combine this with water and then we just salt it. Essentially, that's what's going to give the potato casserole pastel de papa its flavor. Salted, evaporated milk with water. I will show you how that's done. Then, of course, you're gonna need cheese. I like to use mozzarella cheese to like just kind of adding its cheesiness, and I also use queso fresco in here to put in there. So I use the combination of those two cheeses. That's what it's also reminds me of what is closest to the flavor of what we experience in Arequipa. So that is that. You will also need eggs, but those are in the fridge. So about two eggs that we use the egg whites, and I will show you also how to do that to create the top. And I forgot. Oh, let me get it. Oh, okay. So you will also need anise. I don't know how to say it. It's called star anise in English, but we just call it anise. You just need like the seeds of it because that's what's gonna get sprinkled on top, and I will show you how to. And that's pretty much it. So let's continue cooking. The slicing, I'm gonna put it in the one setting so they can become very. Actually, last time I did it, it was two, so they can be thick, not super thick, but not super thin either. You want them to be able to have like some bite to it, and definitely the guard. But I always start usually because of the big potato, like that. So you just, well, literally, will do this and get slices thin like this. And a way that you can kind of make potato chips. Okay, another way to make your homemade potato chips. But for now, it's gonna be for pastel de papa. So I'm just literally grating it. My mom has a little machine that makes it a little bit easier, but we do with what we have, and this is what I have. We're keeping it very simple, and so I will do that for all the potatoes. And there's Roxy telling me to feed her, but it's not her feeding time yet until you get the little one and then pop, and then you just continue. Um, I like to go around halfway through so I don't have to slice all of them. This is why I have my casserole here, and I'm literally just gonna butter it up, and as I'm making it, I can add to it and slide just enough what I need. And if I have potato left over, I'm fine with that. Is we want to put it like somewhat nicely, so everything when it's actually cooked, it can cut up nicely, as opposed to just like being not like a hot mess, but we want things to like touch and be somewhat uniform. But I don't expect perfection. I'm not perfect at this. We just wanted to fill every single little space in there. We want it somewhat even, and then I'm gonna put cheese in here, which I should have like cut it already. Let's find the cutting board. I'm gonna do the thing that's gonna help them cook, which I'm gonna use the evaporated milk. That's it. And salt. I'm sure there's a better way of opening this, but that's how I learned. Now on to creating the top of this pastel de papa. So for this we will use the egg whites first. So we'll have to separate those yolks from it. And this is something that I learned watching cooking shows. Honestly, MasterChef is one of my favorites and I saw them doing this and I was like, that is so easy. And as you can see, as long as you have gentle hands and all of that, then you can put the yolks in another container and continue doing that to separate the egg whites from it. You would use about, I think I used 3 eggs for this particular size of a pan that I have, for the egg whites first. After separating the egg whites from it, you will just use a regular hand mixer, or if you have the one that's automatic that doesn't require you to do it manually, go ahead and use that. Whatever you have at home, honestly, even with a fork, you can just like beat that up. It will hurt your arm, but you can do it. I've done that in the past. So you will have to do this until it forms like a snow-like consistency, to the point that it it's not liquid, right? It literally is a snow foamy kind of texture to it. Just have to be a little bit of patient. As you can see, I'm just watching TV, trying to distract myself. After a while of mixing it, it finally starting to have the consistency of snow, which is perfect. Happy dance, happy Yvette. And now you can start slowly adding the egg yolks and using your hand mixer to blend that in till it all looks a little bit more yellow. Everything's looking great. It has the color yellow, which I really like, and then you will use that to spread that all over the potatoes and form like the top layer of it very evenly by using your spatula in here, and do the best that you can so it can cover every single part of it. You can see I'm almost done. I'm not gonna waste any of these things that I'm using in here, so just trying to make the use of all of your ingredients as best as you can in here. Do a happy dance, and then you will finally use the anise seeds in here to put it on top. It's mostly for decoration, but honestly it does add a flavor. Just gonna let it cook for 1 hour covered, and then I'm gonna uncover it later and just gonna like the toothpick test to make sure that everything's cooked, and then uncover it so it browns itself, and then let it sit, so it's ready for our dinner at 6 p.m. Well, that's cooking. I'm gonna show you what else I'm making. I'm making some chicha morada in here for my mom's birthday. I'm also starting to do the prep work for making the ocopa that's gonna go on top of the pastel de papa, which is the Peruvian yellow sauce as most people know it. I didn't want to show all of my prep work for this just because I want to emphasize things for the pastel de papa, which is something I have not done before. But maybe I'll make another video and explain how to make this yellow sauce as well, but taking full advantage that things are in the oven cooking. So making this sauce and also like prepping the chicken that I'm gonna be making, as well as a salad for dinner at 6. So here we are, blending it in. It's very easy sauce to make, pretty pretty good as well. It's like a go-to. It's like a perfect combination. When you make pastel de papa, you usually make a copa, or a lot of people call this huancaina sauce. So definitely something that I wanted to show you all really quickly, but not emphasizing a lot of it in this video, but sharing a little bit. An hour has passed and it's time to test this and see if it has cooked completely so I can uncover it, and it has cooked. We just checked it and it's cooked. So now we uncover it and leave it to continue cooking for about 30 to 40 minutes until those juices, I don't know, that you saw it bubbling, like kind of dry up. And then I'll, on the last one, I'll just like use a little bit of the, what's it called, the broil, to just kind of brown it up a little bit more. But it smells delicious, and that's the star anise that we put on top of it. So very excited, it's coming out really good. Everything's coming together. The chicken's almost done. The pastel de papa is ready. It's just settling down before I can cut it down. And it's my kitchen smelling delicious. Now here's me showing you how the piece looks once you cut it up. All the cheese is in there. The layers are nice and even. Definitely the key is to let it settle. Otherwise, the pieces kind of falls apart. But that's how it looks. And now here's my masterpiece together: the chicken, the pastel de papa, with this little salad, the chicha morada or copa right there that you can put to your liking. My mom serving her plate. Here's my grandma. She was not ready for that. And then my cousin who joined us for dinner. After dinner, we could not end the day without wishing my mom a happy birthday by singing her happy birthday song and helping her make her wish. And I'm really glad that I got to do this for my mom. Something small and low key, how she likes it, more intimate. And honestly, it was a lot of fun cooking, a lot of work, but it was a labor of love, and everybody enjoyed the food, which I think is the most important part. And everybody got to take over leftovers, my cousin and my mom as well, for her work tomorrow. And of course, got her favorite cake, which is carrot cake, believe it or not. And she loved it. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching this video. I hope that you try making the pastel de papa at home. If you have questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'm an open book. And comment, like, subscribe, enjoy the video, and see you next time.